It was 2:47 a.m. I remember because I looked at the clock the moment I heard the knock. Just once. A single knock on the door. Not frantic. Not polite. Just one deliberate knock. And it chilled me to the bone. Now, let me be clear. I live on the 6th floor. No one just drops by. No neighbors ever visit. No delivery guys come at that hour. And I was barely awake, dozing off on the couch with a half-watched show still playing in the background. But something, I don't know what, pulled me up. Some instinct. Some whisper in my gut that said, "Open the door." So I did. And there he was. A man, maybe mid-40s, wearing a worn-out brown coat. No umbrella despite the light rain. His face, expressionless, but not empty. It was like he had something to say, but decided not to. He didn't speak, he just held out his hand. It was an envelope. I hesitated, and then took it. And just as silently as he arrived, he turned around and walked away. I called out, "Hey, wait!" But when I stepped into the hallway, he was gone. I'm not exaggerating. I opened the door within 3 seconds. There was nowhere to hide. But he had vanished. I went back inside, bolted the door, and stared at the envelope. My name was written on it, in handwriting I hadn't seen since I was a child. It was my mother's. Here's the thing. My mother died 12 years ago. I was there. At the funeral, I saw the casket. I held her cold hand. So how could she have written this? My fingers were shaking as I opened the envelope. Inside was a photograph. My mother, younger, radiant, holding a baby in her arms, but it wasn't me. It was a boy, maybe a few months old, dark eyes, a little curl of hair on his head. I flipped the photo over. There was a date, 2 years after I was born. And tucked behind the photo was a folded note, 5 words. "Find your brother before they do." That's it. No name, no return address, no explanation, just a warning, like a whisper from the grave. My chest tightened. I couldn't breathe. Brother. I grew up thinking I was an only child. No one ever mentioned another baby. No photos, no family stories, nothing, and now I had proof in my hand that everything I thought I knew might have been a lie. Who was the man at the door? Who are they? What happened to my brother? Since that night, I haven't slept properly. I keep that photo beside my bed. I stare at it for hours, hoping I'll remember something. A face, a moment, a missing piece. And I know one thing. If my mother went through this much trouble, if she somehow found a way to get that photo to me, even after all these years, then my brother is out there,